How's it going, folks? It's your boy Is33 welcoming you to some swifty bit of the road to the showdown. We have 4 matches as always, except for Saturday and Sunday that's just passed. But yeah, we're on the road. The final week of action kicking off tonight, and I'm in a very good mood as my little Cynthia, the Queen, Slay collection box came in. And yeah, I'm pretty chill with that. It's so good to actually have, as I have actually broken my stream platform. Nice. Do that. There we go. So, what's going on today? Let's kind of toss that together for you guys. Simply put, right now, we're entering the road to the showdown with 4 battles, of which the first one is a big time battle at the top of the green division. It's Kenny Omega versus The Rock. After that, Jasmine Nix goes toe-to-toe with Natalya. And following that up, it's a bit of a nothing match, but hey, it's still points on the line for these 2 stars who, well, it's bragging rights more than anything, actually. And lastly, Liv Morgan, Mercedes Moné to round out tonight's action. We have a bumper card, as always. And yeah, we're focusing our attention to our first match. It's going to be Kenny Omega versus The Rock. I will keep pronouncing it like that. So, let's strap on in. Let's get the juices loose as we head to our opening bout of the evening here tonight. The Cleaner versus the People's Champ in a sweltering hot day in June. 30 degrees. It was 33 earlier.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, The Rock!
The Rock coming into tonight on a trajectory of success. Already qualified for the showdown. He's looking to lock first seed here in this matchup. A win will do that for him, as his closest opponent that can catch him is Kenny Omega, who we know has a few bouts remaining in the tournament himself. The Rock here, looking to really bring it. Silence the doubters. Take a first seed into the showdown. As we get underway with our second entrance, Kenny Omega.
And his opponent from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 224 pounds, Kenny Omega!
The Cleaner looking confident here for this one. We've seen some pretty epic matches from him on the road to the showdown. And well, tonight he is going to basically showcase that skill. Prove his worth in terms of deserving top spot. Because while he's not currently qualified for the showdown, he has the potential to do that today as well. But a win takes him up to 12 points with 2 bouts remaining in our final round, round 7 of the tournament. Will he have enough to win here, though? Let's find out as Kenny out of the gates quick. Brings the Rock down. Rocky, as we know, capable of realistically doing anything he goddamn wants. He's going to unload some shots here. Just a nice mat takedown. Aeroplane spin on the back of Omega. And yeah, this is a very cocky Rock here. Omega gets back to a vertical base. Starts to work him over. And yet, we're going to be, obviously this week, if you're unaware, we are on the collision course now to the Showdown itself, with 5 days worth of action ahead of us, this being the first of the 5. People's thoughts, expectations start to settle in as the understanding of just how much needs to happen in order for certain qualifications to take place. Like, the fact of the matter is, Kenny Omega's not even locked in the tournament with 3 bouts remaining to his name. There are certain stars that could be eliminated from the Showdown if Kenny is to win as well today. The likes of Samoa Joe would be eliminated, as Kenny, due to his record being the weakest of the guys to have qualified, if he makes it 2-9, certain stars can't make it purely based on tiebreakers. Sorry, not past, I mean past 9 to 12. This is realistically a very important matchup for a lot of those reasons. There's a near fall in favor of Omega there. Keeping the pressure on. That was The Rock taking over. Puts down Kenny. The cleaner caught. Hooked. The Rock stepping through, sharpshooter inbound. Locking it in deep. Omega, will he tap? No, he pulls at the ankle. Takes down The Rock. And now Kenny sends him running. Tries to connect, misses. Rock tries to grab hold of Kenny, cannot do so. May have been thinking rock bottom, but Kenny comes through with a poison rana. And now over the top with a rolling senton. Can't connect. The Rock now lining Omega up. Nice German suplex. Kenny rolls out. The Rock chases him down. But The Rock's caught, lifted, and snake eyes onto the apron. Omega. This is a part of the match where you start to see him come unglued. The speed starts to intensify. And The Rock, not willing to let that happen easily, hooks Kenny up, but Kenny slips out the back door. May have been definitely thinking rock bottom there. But Kenny comes back, catches him with a sling blade, and then the knee. And both men are busted open here. Omega onto the shoulders with The Rock. pops him up into the German. That electric chair German suplex. Just, it discombobulates people. They're expecting the one-winged angel from Kenny. Instead, they're hit with something else as the inverted slip from The Rock there. Connecting. Going for the pin now. Both men bloodied, bruised, and feeling the effects of this match as The Rock cheating here. The referee didn't spot the feet on the ropes. Instead, Kenny quickly out with a kick out. Now back with a very nice combination. He fires off a Hadouken as well. And the bang comes through from the cleaner. He hooks the Rock up, but Rock's out the back door. Both men really giving it their all, deserving a first seed. But in either case of the word. But Kenny still strong. Still fighting as down goes the cleaner. Through with a nice shot on Lariat. The roll-up attempt here from The Rock, trying to sneak the victory. Gets a 2. It was almost what I said. I thought maybe our referee Kim almost counting that 3, but there's a revolution knee from Kenny. So Omega uncorks a big strike. He might be looking for another. The Rock reverses. There's a V trigger. Purely, just a pure strike there from Omega, dropping The Rock instantaneously. He connects with the rolling senton over the top rope and now hooks him up for a short, close knee. Golden trigger isn't able to connect. Instead, it's now The Rock with a rock bottom. Plants Omega down for the pin. Could this be the end of this one? No. It's so close, but yet so far. Omega kicks out. Could be in trouble, though. As The Rock hooks him up. Side Russian leg sweep. And picks the legs again. Stepping through. It's another sharpshooter. The Rock trying to tap Kenny out. Won't be able to do so. Cleaner too resilient, but can Kenny survive this? The most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment. The People's Elbow. Connecting to the heart. Kenny in trouble. And The Rock is victorious. First place secured tonight for Dwayne as he takes down Omega. And let's be honest, from the match that we watched or witnessed there, it was very clean from Rocky. Kenny really didn't get too much of a chance to perform. And Dwayne just delivered the smackdown on Kenny. A solid performance by him. And yeah, it locks Rock into first as we head towards the showdown. He's still it's still unknown who his opponent will be in the first round, as the 4th seed is so wide open. We'll find out that in a couple days' time. Needless to say, the division tomorrow will be seeing Bron Breakker, CM Punk. Breakker needs to win to enter a tiebreaker situation.
Here is your winner, The Rock.
But before we get to talking about tiebreaker situations, it's time to move to the Teal League, as Jasmine Nix will go toe-to-toe with Natalya. A spot at the Showdown on the line. Jasmine Nix closing that gap on Natalya with a win. Nix obviously has this and a match next week, as does Natalya. A win for Natalya, and the top 4 is almost certainly locked. We'll have to see how that will pan out. But yes, as we prep for this match, a lot of stakes and a lot of realistic, just brutality in the card. Let's toss it to the ring for this, our second bout of the evening. As Jasmine Nix's fatal influence begins.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Fatal Influence from New York, Jack Man Nemeth.
Nix with a new look tonight for this one. Let's talk about it. This division, the Teal League, how the points are squaring up. Fallon Henley, Michelle McCool, the first 2 women qualified, leaving 2 spots up and available for 4 women. Io Sky, Natalya, Jasmine Nix, and Lyra Valkyria, all within a shot of 3rd through 4th. Jasmine Nix, she needs to win both matches, gets up to 11 points. She'll own the tiebreaker over Natalya. Who, this, and a match against Julia, are our last bouts.
Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the undisputed women's television champion, Natalya.
Nix has probably the best footing in this division for qualification. She faces 2 of the 4 stars competing for these 2 spots. First, Natalya tonight, and then in 2 nights' time on Wednesday, she will go toe-to-toe with Io Sky. A win tonight and a win then gets her to 11. It would eliminate Io in that match if she loses. And if Natalya doesn't win both matches, it will come down to a tiebreaker situation between Io and Natalya. And I'm just looking for my records on that match. And Natalya owns the tiebreaker there. So that would be how this situation would work. Simply put, no woman is qualified out of them four. Lyra's in the best footing right now for top three because she is currently sat on 10 points. We won't know if she's qualified just yet until her match on the Thursday this week. Thursday, she will face Roxanne Perez in the main event. And that is a pretty big main event, to be fair. Lyra winning, she will lock top 3. Going up to 13 points. That is top 3 guaranteed. Natalya, her max she can get is 12. Io's max is 12. Jasmine Nyx's max is 11. Actually, that's a lie. Natalya's max isn't 12. It is 15. I lied. That's including this match. If she wins, she will go up to 12 and then 15. A loss tonight for Nyx, and she is out of the running. And we will have essentially a battle between Natalya, Io, and Lyra for a spot at the pay-per-view. But yes, as this match pans out, we kind of get to talk about just the craziness that can happen in IPW. As the action right now has been very dominant from Natalya, who's lining up Jasmine for something here. A combination going through. As a television champion, we've seen her realistically come into her footing. I think the big thing for her is, as a champion, she's getting matches under her belt, not fighting stars for the belt. She doesn't have to worry about defending it. The pressure's realistically off for her, but it is still a massive matchup here as Nyx firing back. Irish whip reversed. Drop down from Natalya. Tries to connect with a punch. Cannot do so. Instead, it's just a collision course between the two women that Natalya wins out on. As she now begins to line Nyx up. Looking for something. The discus lariat. And it connects with ease. Jasmine Nyx in trouble. Being dragged towards the center. The pinfall attempt in. Natalya not able to win just yet. A 2 count over Nyx, who's, we know, can come back firing on all cylinders. She catches the boot of Natalya. Comes through with that Harlem sidekick. That thwapping kick, but she's hooked up. Caught and locked up. The sharp shooter locked in. Natalya unable to get the tap out. Releases the hold. Nyx in a world of hurt, though. The pinfall attempt inbound. It's a 2 count and a kick out. Nyx staying in it. Natalya really rolling in this one. Lining Jasmine up again. What's she thinking here? Sidewalks backbreaker. Thought it was going to be a slam. Instead opting for something else here. There's Nyx in the pin. Rolls that shoulder. Just barely kicking out. Natalya's really punishing. And this is surprising, to be honest. Jasmine seems to do very well in singles matches. She just comes out nowhere and pops off. But Natty, the champ, showing up, showing her skill. Not almost a Romero special there from Natty. Isn't able to really lock in the maneuver. Superman punch misses. Discus Lariat doesn't. Natalya drops Nyx and goes for the pin. Jasmine in trouble. And I think that's... No! Not it. Natty, though, can seal the deal, and she's looking to do so. But Nyx pushes her off. I think a sharpshooter could have been coming. But Nyx not allowing it. Instead, hooks Natty up into the torture rack and over. The big-time knee connects, and it busts open Natalya. The champ in trouble. But only a 2 count. Jasmine really hasn't been able to get going in this match. It has been fully Natalya. But this could be the turning point. This could be the momentum shift Jasmine's been after. We know that she needs to pick up the victory. And she's now in the driver's seat to get that dub. Utilizing her soccer skills, booting the hell out of Natalya. We already see the blood trickling down the face of the champion from the vicious legwork from Jasmine, but I'm afraid she's in trouble here. Hooked up into the sharpshooter. Close to the ropes. It's a rope break. Nyx saved by the ring position. Natalya unable to punish Nyx, but the pinfall coming through. Perhaps she did enough work. No! Such resiliency from Jasmine Nyx here tonight. She knows what she needs is a massive victory, and she's looking to get it. Referee getting in the way there, stopping Nyx's advances, but it doesn't really matter. Never mind. STO from Natalya stops Nyx's maneuver. A drop kick to the back hinders Nyx, and now Natalya gets going, drops the leg. And she's calling, sensing it's time to end it. Nyx on the ropes. And Natalya firing up. Up. Slingshots her across that top rope. And now, no! Not the ending that Natalya needs. Instead, Nyx through. Knees to the back of the spine. Working over the legs now. Jasmine giving it her all. She's fighting every shot. And now brutal with this offense. Trying to destroy Natalya. Hooks her. Flatliner. Plants her down. Looking to do more work. Natalya in trouble. On the rope. She's hooked. The torture rack. The knee again connects. Nyx into the pin. Is this it? A 2 through Nearly. Both women giving it their all. They know the stakes. They know that it is crunch time. The big kick from Nyx connects, going for the pin. Could this be it? 1, 2, no. The hand of our referee so close to the mat for that 3. But in the end, it's still a 2. And the match keeps rolling on. Natalya keeps pumping the German suplex. Sending Nyx down. The knee through. Natalya feeling herself, knowing she's on the verge of victory. Punishing Jasmine Nyx every step of the way. But Nyx, she has that opportunity to fight back, strike true, and pick up a W. Has Natalya in trouble, And this is going to be brutal. The stomps, the head hitting the canvas. Mounting, just trying to concuss the champion. Nix, you can see the body brutalized on that top turnbuckle as well. But Natty, she's feeling the pain. That's a big time kick connecting from the top turnbuckle. Followed up with a big knee. Nix is just unloading. I'm surprised we haven't got a KO just yet, because she is just landing flush with these strikes. And Natty, Natalya, unable to stop it, unable to put an end to Nix's vengeance. Rampage keeps rolling. Nix keeps striking a gut punch, connecting. Ripcord, no, not going to come through. Instead, Natalya reverses shoulder block, dropping Nix. And now, Natalya, no, can't get it in. Can't lock in a sharpshooter. And Nix keeps fighting. Irish whip through with that big kick. And Nix into the pin once again. Natalya's dream could be crushed. And Jasmine Nix comes back from the brink of defeat to shut down the television champion. A back and forth affair. And with it, Jasmine Nix, she's climbing up the rankings, closing the gap on the top spots. Now on 8 points to her name. A win puts her on 11. She needs to beat Io Sky to do so. But Natalya, Natty, still in with a shot of shutting down Nix in this tournament. It would be a monumental shock to the system if after we saw week 2, after that, Natty, McCool and Henley sitting atop of this division. Imagine Henley and McCool qualify, and then it's Lyra Valkyria and Jasmine Nix.
Here is your winner, Jack Man
Rounding out the top 4. That would be insanity. But we won't be finding out how this division ends tonight. We would have had the chance of someone eliminated, but that's gone out the window. Jasmine Nix victorious with such a pure comeback victory. We get to move forward, though, to a breather. Nothing at stake, really, for this match. Expectations are just there. We don't really need to hype it. I get a chance to have a break, though, I guess, with the commentary. That being said, the match has to happen. Just purely because of how we manage our tournament. We gotta get every bout officially in the books. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get into this one. We don't really care how this turns out.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Hatu.
We don't care because this match It's here to entertain, to give us the breather needed before the main event. A main event with such big stipulations. As Mercedes Moné will be battling Liv Morgan. Liv wins, she is qualified for the Showdown. Mercedes wins, she goes up to 9 points and is in with the running of qualification, heading into her final matchup next week. This week, sorry, tomorrow night against Alexa Bliss. And we can kind of talk about that match later on. But let's talk, since though we are in the Pink League, about this division.
And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle.
The Pink League. It had the opportunity to be shut down. Yesterday, we'd known the 4 stars competing. If it weren't for the fact Gunther, he showed up in his second match on the night. Beating Shawn Michaels in that one. Which thus keeps his hopes alive at qualification. Which is honestly nuts to think about. I did the math and he is still in it. His last match obviously against Kurt Angle. But essentially, that match, if it ends in a win for Gunther, he gets up to 12 points. He owned some tiebreakers in this division against the likes of Randy Orton. So obviously, if certain stars win their last round matchup, I.E. Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton, the tiebreaker then comes down to Gunther and Will Ospreay. Now, bear in mind, we've said if it's a 3-way tie, we're just going to have a triple threat match to decide who qualifies in that spot. Simple as that. But here's the thing about this division. Because the top 3 are top 4, I should say, are all on 12 points. Ospreay does not have a match next week, or this week. In round 8, he's not in the match. Randy and Roman have the final match of the goddamn tournament, so we won't know who of them will be qualified until that situation. Michaels faces Angle. Angle faces also Gunther. So they have a battle. And Will Ospreay's finished on 12. Ospreay is kind of hoping that, well, Michaels loses, and then it would be a triple threat match because we're guaranteed 12 points. It could be a fatal 4-way because Gunther needs to win as well. And then shit just hits the fan, let's be honest. This division is very close. And to be honest, it could be a 4-way, fatal 4-way, or a triple threat on the final night of this qualification run. And that would be insane. We'll have to see, obviously, how everything will tie up, because tiebreakers need to happen, yada yada yada. And the tiebreaker rules need to be applied to situations where they are relevant. Now, obviously, this division, we're guaranteed 2 stars at least on 12 points. Either Randy or Roman alongside Will Ospreay. Unless we get a count-out victory in that final match. So, tiebreaker-wise, it'll come down to that at least. Michaels, if he somehow loses another bout, he's in the tiebreaker foyer. He does own the match win against Will Ospreay, so he'd have an advantage there. Maybe it's not a triple threat. Maybe it's a gauntlet. That wouldn't be too bad, actually. Thinking about it, doing a gauntlet would make sense. I'm just spitballing ideas here. Because a gauntlet, if you own the tiebreaker over one guy, you come out before them in the triple threat. Sorry, after them. Actually, no, that wouldn't work. It'd have to be just a pure triple threat. It's weird just how you do it. That's a vicious power bomb from Jacob onto the barricade there. Fired up now is the Samoan Werewolf. Belly-to-belly suplex from Angle. As yes, the attention does turn towards this match. The straps are coming down here for Angle. And we can kind of talk about these two. Angle, I'm honestly upset with as the Olympic slam comes through. Really, you expected more from him. Falling short every time. Only 1 point to his name, and that's a count-out loss. So losing so many times. Any chance he does get to win, it's going to feel good in this tournament. As for his opponent, Jacob Fatu, he did get a W to his name. Only one as the Impaler comes through. Just a trade of finishes between these two stars. 2 count on Angle. Going now for another pin, this time utilizing the ropes. Angle sent running, popped up into the Samoan drop. Jacob firing up, but it's like, we look at this match as a whole. With the stakes really not being there for this, could we potentially see if Jacob versus Angle in the Underground? It would be an interesting prospect. As Angle hit with the spear. Jacob catching him. Deadlift. Pop-up powerbomb. Jacob connecting. Great ease here. Wearing down Angle. Kurt. Dragged to the ropes. We have to really think that Jacob really angry about his performance in this tournament. Obviously, only 3 points, a singular win. Really would like to have gotten more than that. But as it stands, he could be getting the second. That super kick to the back of the head of Angle. That looked dirty. Jacob tries to maybe go Impaler and just can't get it. Instead, his ankle's been picked. Angle locking it in once again. The ankle lock applied deep. Our referee checking finally on the submission. Angle lets go. Opts for the pin. Could be the win. Only a 2 for the Olympic gold medalists. Moonsault comes through, connecting pretty easily there by the Hall of Famer. Monkey flip out the corner. Angle trying to call a shot, but Jacob gonna hook him up almost immediately. Puts him on the ropes. Charges through, yeets him to the outside, and Jacob, I think we're gonna get a flying Uso on our hands. Up and through the ropes, a suicide dive. Connecting. And Jacob getting going. Former television champion. Feeling the wrath of Angle with that Olympic slam again. Angle sends him back into the ring. And again, he goes for the pin. 1, 2. And a kick out by Jacob, but I think he's in trouble. His ankle once again picked. And it's in deep, wrenching heavily on it. And Angle taps out the Samoan Werewolf. A pretty emphatic victory, with the meaning of this tournament not really being there for him. Angle gets to 4 points. Jacob will obviously have the chance to do better, as does Angle, in terms of his seeding. But obviously Angle was eliminated prior to this week. Unable to get to 12 points, that cutoff point.
Here is your winner, Kurt Angle.
But it is very close in terms of where he can end. As we say, it won't be in the books for the Olympic gold medalist. One thing, though, that is in the books. It's time for our main event. As we look forward to it, it's gonna be Mercedes Moné taking on Liv Morgan. And all that needs to really be said is a win for Liv, and she goes to the Showdown. A loss, and well, everything's still up in the air in this division. Personally speaking, I am neutral in this matchup. I don't really have a favorite per se, but I'm just hoping for an epic battle between these two stars. So let's find out right now who is going to qualify and who is still in with a chance of making it there. Our main event ready to go as the Wub Wubs begin for Mercedes Moné.
It's scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, Mercedes May.
The belt collector of modern wrestling. Here tonight. Sitting currently on 6 points. A win gets her to 9. Gets her in the hunt to fight alongside Chelsea Green, Alexa Bliss, and Rhea Bloody Ripley. She then heads to her matchup tomorrow against Alexa in an elimination battle. A win for Moné takes out Alexa from the tournament qualification. And Moné would be on 12 points then. And into the top 4. A win tonight, and things get weird for Liv Morgan. Because Moné wouldn't be eliminated.
Representing the Judgment Day from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
Realistically speaking, both women do not do not lose out on a loss. They stay in with a chance of qualification regardless. But in most cases, you want to get it done now. And Liv, this is her shot to qualify. 15 points to her name at the end of tonight. No one can catch her. Let me phrase that. No one can get up that high in terms of points. She would lock first in the tournament. Now, obviously, she does have the opportunity to do that on the final day as well, in a battle with Rhea Bloody Ripley. But as we look at the rest of the bracket, as you just see the stars still fighting in here. You just talk about Chelsea Green, 9 points currently. Maximum points she can end on, 12. I believe. Yes, because she will face Stephanie Vakir. Stephanie, we'll speak about her, currently on 10 points, maximum 13. She faces Chelsea Green, obviously. And that could be pretty bad for a lot of stars. As Stephanie winning, she gets a 13. Liv losing tonight doesn't give Stephanie first seed guaranteed. Liv obviously having these 2 matches tonight and then on Friday. She stays in a very good standing of qualifying first. Vakir can't, if Liv wins tonight, Vakir's not going to make it into first. Liv actually will lock first, regardless tonight, if she wins. Obviously, Nia is actually sat on 11 points right now. Maximum she can get to is 14. And here's the thing about this division. I have hyped this up as the closest division of them all. Going into the final battle of round 6 with 0 qualified, 1 eliminated. It really does tell you just how great this division has been, considering the lineup of talent No champions in this one. Former champions, yes, in Nia and Green, but even then, they've not been the stars of this division. They've not been the standout performers. Liv's one of them top performers that we've seen in every match, really. She steps up and she shuts up the opponent. And this is just how she does it. The knees connecting from the side code breaker. And she then goes straight into the oblivion, but Monet catches her. Not going to allow that to happen. Liv, just a nice drop kick to the back. Punishing Sacha. Sorry, Monet. As both women are talented, technical wrestlers. That's such a good maneuver. Liv, we know, has the potential to shine heavily at such a young age as well, comparative to others, as the pinfall crucifix bomb gets a 2 count. Liv taunting could be costly. Monet watching, didn't get her, now does. Hooks her up, and I think it's time for a bit of Money Maker. Plants her. Liv could be in trouble. Monet staying alive. Well, keep it. Liv staying alive, I should say. Keeping the pressure on Liv. That powerbomb not going to amount to much as Morgan nips up quickly. Comes through, drop down, tries to pick the ankle, can't do so. Instead, it's Monet firing back with a nice uppercut. Hooks Liv up. Brings it down. Fisherman's Buster. Morgan feeling the wrath of Mercedes here. Nay, we know has already landed the big Money Maker. Has potentially a few more big shots in the wheelhouse. And we know that Mercedes has submission offense ready in the back. Can utilize it whenever to pick up the victory. Firing up. Here against Liv, sends her running. Comes through with a kitchen sink. Mercedes. She's getting to that dangerous level. Liv really needs to buy some space. She's trying to do so by going to the apron. Smart maneuver by Morgan. Up and over. Tries to stomp on her. Can't connect. Instead, Monet connects with a lariat and busts open Liv here. Nice stomp from Mercedes, who is really getting into this match. We know that she still can qualify even losing, but a win will do so much work for her. Nice European uppercut. She has stalled Morgan's offense pretty heavily. Locking in, figure 4 leg lock applied. Liv in trouble. Not going to tap. Instead, the hold's broken by Monet, who now opts for the pin. Gets a 2 count. Very close to the 3. Morgan really needs to find something. Catches the boot of Mercedes, connects with a fist, and now just uncorking a couple of shots. The blood trickling down that left eye. And Liv comes through with an oblivion. Into the pin she goes. A 2 count. Mercedes rolls that shoulder almost on pure instinct. Stay in this battle. Liv, though, now in control, now can start to Smell blood in the water. And she's going to try to, but she's caught. The backstabber into the bank statement, but she's too close to the ropes. The rope break called. The referee in perfect position to spot it. But I have a feeling, a dangerous feeling, that Liv's going to take a ride. And what's this? Katana Chance? What's she got to do with this tournament? Interrupting Mercedes Moné. A roll-up attempt here from Morgan. A referee distracted. Comes quickly into the pin. The pin's though reverse. Morgan in trouble. Mercedes trying to steal it. Not gonna get it. The ref's hand was so close to the mat. That almost felt like a 3, but there's an oblivion. And Morgan, she's looking to steal it. A distraction from Katana. And that could be enough to secure the dub. It's not clean, but do you expect that from Liv Morgan? I think not. The 3 points secured and first place in the Gold League goes to Liv Morgan. Qualified now for the Showdown. She now waits to see how the 6 other stars in this division do in their round 7 battles. A lot could happen in 4 days of action. 16 matches at least in total. A great showing from both women. Obviously, this isn't the last we'll see of either of them. But Mercedes' shot of qualifying has shrunk massively. We will see what our next 4 days of action pans out to be.
Here is your winner, Liv Morgan.
But as it stands, one woman now in the Gold League is going to the pay-per-view. And it is Liv Morgan. Great showing from her. Hi, it's me again. Let's talk tomorrow. I haven't got the graphics up, but who gives a damn? It's time to just rattle off 4 matches for you. As we open the show with Shawn Michaels against Kurt Angle. That's going to be a big boy battle, as Michaels, with a win, qualifies for the Showdown. Anything else and he is gone from, well, he's in the bottom 4th or 5th in that regard. We'd have to see how that pans out, but after that, it'll be Fallon flipping Henley battling Michelle McCool. A battle for first in the Teal League. That's going to be an epic clash there. Afterwards, Braun Breaker, CM Punk. Breaker trying to stay alive in the tournament. A loss and he is gone. And a win. And he's in with a shot of qualifying. From there, we go to a main event. We saw her just in a losing effort against Liv Morgan. It is Mercedes Moné going toe-to-toe with Alexa Bliss in an elimination battle. Mercedes wins, she's up to 9. If Bliss wins, She qualifies for the Showdown, I believe. Well, it'll be at least a tiebreaker, actually. A tiebreaker situation there if Bliss wins. Anyway, what a night. We've finally gotten at least one qualified in each of our 4 divisions. We also said goodbye to a couple names. That's a lie. We didn't say goodbye to anyone. Anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. 4 more tomorrow, and then 4 more the following day, and then 4 more the following day. And then 4 more the following day, with potentially more. Yes. Then we'll be at the Showdown Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be epic. You have to be there to see every single battle there. The seeding almost certainly guaranteed for it. And I'm looking forward to just how much of an insane show that will be. But yeah, we're locked in for our final week. I'm roasting, as you do. It's been a very hot day, and now I get to go eat some ice cream and cool the flip down, because this has been a very hot stream. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like down below. Subscribe if you want to. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Wherever my mouse is. There it is.